Dismantling America's history, that is the subject of tonight's Waters Words. Radicals ripping statues down, as you can see here. Destroying historical monuments is what the Taliban does, not American citizens. With reaction to my words and how we move forward is performing artist Joy Vila, who's got a new song, Make America Great Again. And political analyst and founder of Cauldwell Strategic Consulting, Gianno Cauldwell, who was real emotional discussing Charlottesville this week on Fox and Friends. Take a look.
I'm sorry that this is where we are right now, and I hope the president learns a lesson from his press conference on yesterday. It's disturbing.
All right, Gianno, you feeling a little bit better after that the other day?
Yeah, I'm a whole lot better. And Jesse, I'll tell you, I listened to your monologue, and it sounded like you took all of my talking points and put them in your monologue.
Well, I didn't hear what you said. I just saw the crying, but I'm glad you and I agree.
Well, I know you cry in the inside often. You just got to let it show sometimes, Jesse.
Listen, I told you that, Gianno, in confidence. That was not to share on television. So let me just get your reaction. You know, the left doesn't want the Robert E. Lee stuff, and I understand that. It's divisive, and well, I'll let the people decide. But no, when you go after Mount Rushmore, come on.
Yeah, that's more of a difficult process, and I agree entirely with your monologue there. Obviously, Robert E. Lee was a Democrat, of course. In addition to that, I don't believe that we should be giving out participation trophies for those who didn't win something. The war was very divisive. Slavery was obviously divisive. I'm in favor, in addition to what you said, in terms of letting local rule decide where these statues go. They are a part of history. I'm not a big believer in seeing them because I think people use them as cherished memories. That's what statues are generally for, not just showing history, but also identifying parts in which you kind of care about, if you will. In terms of Mount Rushmore, I don't think that's something that we should do in terms of destroying you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to take a lot of TNT to do, first of all, and I think there's going to be Americans lined up in case anybody tries something silly. Joy, do you disagree?
I disagree. I think we should not get rid of these statues. First of all, just because we have a statue doesn't mean we're celebrating what happened. It commemorates a moment in history, just like we have a 9/11 memorial. That doesn't commemorate it as something we celebrate. So trying to erase history is not putting us forward, it's actually putting us backwards.
So as an African-American woman, when you walk by, let me just say.
If I may respond, so
I said
put them in museums. We're not getting rid of them. We can repeal and replace them like Obamacare. We replace them with another statue in our
they can't even do that.
Rule. But
if they're going to try to repeal and replace like they did in the Congress, nothing's going to happen.
And they're actually attacking the statues to get rid of them in the middle of the night, unlawfully. They're not voting on should we take these down. They're attacking them.
And I disagree with that.
But that's what they're doing, and they shouldn't do that.
Well, let me throw a poll at you guys, and it looks like 62% of Americans believe the Confederate statues should remain as a historical symbol. Just 27% believe they should be removed because they're too offensive. The fact that the Democratic Party is really just going full force behind this right now on a losing issue, Gianno, do you think that's going to hurt them politically?
Well, you know, it's not just the Democrats that are saying things. There's Republicans that believe that they should be preserved, of course. But I think it isn't going to hurt them. I think that there's a lot of people that believe that it's divisive. We have Robert E. Lee statues, obviously, but we don't have any Nat Turner statues. He led the rebellion against slavery. And that was somewhat of a divisive issue during that time as well.
Let me put this to Joy then. So, Joy, instead of maybe removing statues of Confederate soldiers, what if they erected statues of prominent African-American historical figures?
That is a perfect idea. I think what we need to do, instead of tearing down America, we need to build America up. We do need to focus. We need to pivot away from this. We need to stop trying to destroy things that offend us, and let's put things that celebrate what happened. And let's say, yes, history was bad. That happened. Now, what can we do to celebrate people that fought against slavery, that ended the Civil War?
And Joy, I think you just made my point for me. I made my own point.
I don't think you made that point earlier.
No, the statues people are using to celebrate. in some cases, not all, but certainly when you got somebody who lost a war to maintain slavery.
Right, but 62% of Americans don't find it offensive. So if we're going to pander to the 32%, how is that going to help anybody?
650,000 people died in the Civil War. This is really something we should be celebrating.
Well, listen, I think we can all agree that if you're going to get rid of the statue, let's not put a rope around the neck and take it down and spit on it in front of everybody. That we can all agree on. Joy, Gianno, thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Still ahead.